Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Valaverse Action Force Special Deployment Series Steel Brigade. Let's get into it. Let's begin our tour of duty with a look at the packaging. On the top, Valaverse Action Force. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. And a sliver of a window, and in the background of everything, some diamond plating. On the front, the diamond plating continues all the way around. Well, around to the front and around to the side as well. Nice big window showcasing the figure and accessories. Action Force Steel Brigade 14 and up Valaverse on the bottom. Action Force Valaverse, don't give it to the babies. Products and colors may vary. And small fine legalese print. Package art print. Action Force created by Bobby Vala. Made in China print. And a barcode on this side. Oops. Artwork of the Steel Brigade, and it says Steel Brigade SDS 03. And on this side, again, the diamond plating that swings around. Action Force and the Action Force symbol on the back here. Some nice product shots, or a nice product shot, and that diamond plating. Scan for additional Force products. Action Force products. Couldn't save combat profile. And here is the combat profile, and I'll hold it here for just a second. If you guys want to pause and read all that, I'm sure you don't need me to read it to you. Cut and save action points for future promotions. This one has 2. Follow Valaverse on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Valaverse, Valaverse.com. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers, my friends. And let's take a look at his 3 extra sets of hands, which are the same hands that all come with all Action Force. At least the male figures. Female figures have same types of hands, just a little smaller. And everything I'm going to say about this first set of hands pretty much goes for the whole set. They're all on in and out hinges. They're all a left and right, and they all have 2 paint apps on them at the knuckles and at the wrist. And this first set is C grips. Here's the other one. Second set is weapon cupping hands. Or I guess if you wanted to make him do a Michael Jackson hee-hee pose, you could use these. And again, left and right, all on in and out hinges. And the last set is a set of fists. Here is the last one. So there's that. Next up, we have the primary farm magazines, or the rifle magazines, and they have this nice gunmetal paint on them. And nice molded details. There's the bottom. There's the top. And there's 3 of those. They're all just alike. Here is his primary weapon, the rifle. It's got a grenade launcher on it. Nice molded details. This I do feel like is the paint app, and it's molded in a black plastic. But again, it does have nice molded details on it. Nice silver paint app right there for the receiver. And then in the ends of the barrels there are some ports for blast effects. And as far as the magazine goes, there's a port right here, and you just slide the magazine in there. Here's this sidearm, which I'm starting to think is just Action Force standard issue, because almost every figure comes with this as a sidearm. There are a few that don't, but for the most part they do, especially the troop builder folks. Port in the end for blast effects, all molded in black plastic with 0 paint apps. And here is his knife, molded in black plastic, nice silver paint app on the blade. Something you don't always get with an Action Force figure is an extra head. And this one is gold, where this one is silver. Other than that, they're exactly the same. And I'm assuming with the gold highlights on the helmet, this denotes a specialty or perhaps officer. I would go probably more toward officer. And the final accessory, the Action Force stand. It has the Action Force logo embedded down into this nice diamond plating, and it's all in this silvery gunmetal-ish color. It does have this channel across the back so that when you display them you can put a backdrop there, or perhaps what I think it was intended for, the file card. 4 pegs, so you can put him in different positions on the stand. Let's take a look at the figure himself. I have to say, nice paint apps, nice molded details on the helmets, and again, same helmet as the other, except this one is silver where the other is gold. It's got a paint amp right here. I don't know, are these glow sticks? Is that what they're supposed to be? That's what I'm going to say they are, because he's going to a rave later. I would bet, because I bet he's got some chicken neck. And we got some nice silver. I don't want to say that these are dry brushed. They look more tampoed on than dry brushed, but it gives the appearance of real world use. He's got some pads, elbow pads there, got some knee pads there. Now there's some dry brush on the knee pads to give it that same scuffed up look, and on the front of the vest here, same thing. It's got a nice tampo here of Steel Brigade logo. At least I'm guessing that's what it is. Paint app here for this little short knife, combat knife. Silver belt buckle. I'm not gonna pull off the vest of this guy. They're just too much of a pain to get back on. But if you do want to separate yours, let's see, one of the sides right here comes apart right here. There's 2 ports in this side, and then 2 mushroom pegs on this side. And in order to get the full range of motion of all the articulation, there is a cut here in where the chest and the abdomen meet, and with this vest on you pretty much lose all of that articulation. And there's some silver belt buckles on the boots. Let's take a look at his head coming off, actually his articulation. So he can look up that high, he can look down that far, and you can see there's the hinge. It's on a hinge and ball system. And there's that chicken neck. So yeah, he's going to the rave at Steel Brigade headquarters later. A little bit of waggle, but not a whole lot. 360 degrees of rotation at the head, so he can do the full exorcist. Butterfly at the shoulder, back that far, forward that far. He can raise his arm up just slightly less than 90 degrees. He does have 360 degrees of rotation there as well. Cut at the upper bicep for another 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinless elbow gives you that much bend. 360 degree rotation at the wrist, on and up and down hinge, because these are, I don't feel like it's in there all the way, but I guess it is. The trigger finger hands, and they have the up and down hinge. Now again, there's a joint where the chest and the abdomen meet, and it does articulate pretty widely, and you may get some with the vest on, but most of it's going to be lost because of the vest. Then there's a cut here at the waist, and it's on a ball joint, and in conjunction with the vest on, he can bend back that far, he can bend forward that far, he can still tilt left and right. He's got some hula in there. It's a little wild. So as far as the hula goes, it doesn't really get hindered much by the vest. And at the waist, he can do a full 360 degree rotation, but it does get misaligned. The mid torso gets misaligned when you do that, because it also will rotate at where the chest and the abdomen meet. So this belt here is a separate piece. That's the one, so that if he gets injured, you can drag his butt out by that handle. Drop down hinge at the hips. That one does not want to drop down all the way. And with that engaged, he will give you the full splits for the most part. This holster may be getting in the way just a little bit. He can kick forward that far. He can kick back about 3 steps, which is pretty much the average I'm seeing on Action Force. Cut at the upper thigh gives you a full 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinless knee gives you that much bend. In the, I guess, mid shin, there's a cut right here, a boot cut, gives you another 360 degrees worth of rotation. And then at the ankle, it tilts down that far, it tilts up that far, and there is a forward facing pin for some rocker action. Now, as far as storage goes for his accessories, the knife just goes on the sheath here, or in the sheath here. Is that upside down? No, that's right. And the sidearm goes here. All the accessories are held into place with friction, and they do hold pretty good, but not so much that it's super difficult to get them out. So there's the 2 magazine pouches. Magazines just go right in there. And there you go, sidearm, and magazines don't come out. Knife doesn't come out, so pretty cool. And then as far as the rifle goes, he just has to hold it in his hand. Maybe. And then as far as the stand goes, of course, it's got posts, and he has ports in the feet, and just port the post into place. And there you have it, my friends. A look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Valaverse Action Force Special Deployment Series Steel Brigade with the Valaverse Action Force Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Steel Brigade Night Ops and the Valaverse Action Force Steel Brigade version 2. Here we have the Valaverse Action Force Special Deployment Series Steel Brigade with the Walmart exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Carded Commando Snake Eyes and the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Officer. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Action Force Special Deployment Series Steel Brigade version 1, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From the G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Valaverse Action Force Special Deployment Series Steel Brigade, I have to say it's a pretty nice figure. And I know I say that a lot about Valaverse figures, or the Action Force line, at least. And I mean, it just holds true. They're nice paint, nice articulation, nice aesthetic, and I really enjoy this line. And you know, it makes me sad that I can't be all in for it, but I am a lot further into it than I originally intended. I originally intended just to get a few of the troop stuff to kind of supplement my G.I. Joe Classified series. And, you know, they just keep making figures that look great. So I end up getting great looking figures. And again, like I said, I want to be all in for this line, but I have to be choosy about everything. I'm into so much stuff at this time that I just have to pick and choose. And I'm just gonna try to go for the coolest looking stuff. And this is one of them. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.